Ma'am Chloe, continue lang ah.
Yes, ma'am. So, continue ko po. Share screen ko lang. Ayusin ko lang, sorry. Kikita na yung screen ko. Okay. Ay, nag-proceed na tayo sa number 10. Kikita naman, Erica and Melvin.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Natin nag-end. Number 9 na yan. Okay, let me just repeat. Number 9, social change creates reactions. Social change produces not a single reaction but chain reactions. All the parts of the society are interrelated and interdependent. So, sabi dito, chain reaction, it is a series of events in which each induces or influences the next. So, social change, it means interrelated and interdependent. For example, the economic independence of women has brought changes not only in their status, but also a series of changes in home, family relationship, and marriage, etc. Okay, number 10, I will read. Prediction is uncertain. We can see some elements for prediction is social change. Prediction in social change. But the prediction we make is uncertain. It is because of 3 reasons. They are: A, there is no inherent law of social change. B, the forces of social change may not remain on the scene for all times to come. And C, the process of social change does not remain uniform. So prediction, what do you know about prediction? Sa tingin niyo, ano ang prediction? Erica and Melvin. Okay, so let me say, prediction is hula. So ang hula ay hindi tiyak. Prediction is a statement about what will happen or might happen in the future. So apart from the above characteristics, sa lahat ng characteristics na ito, it may be said that social change can be qualitative or quantitative. It is a value-free term as it does imply any sense of good or bad, desirable or undesirable. It is a concept distinct from evolution, process, and development, which are regarded as key concepts in the literature of social change. So that's the characteristics of social change. May 10. Okay. Proceed na tayo. Okay naman, Melvin and Erica, proceed na tayo.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So, types of social change. According to cultural anthropologist David F. Abirle, the 4 types of social change include alternative, redemptive, reformative, and revolutionary. So, alternative social change. It operates at the individual level and seeks to change minor aspects of behavior. Campaigns against texting and driving are an example of alternative social change in the sense that they advocate a small change in behavior and advocate this change on a fairly small scale. Sabi dito, alternative social change are do-it-yourself efforts that seek to change some aspects of an individual's behavior. So example dito is yung pagta-text while driving. So gumagawa sila ng campaign regarding about this. Next, redemptive social change functions on the individual level but advocates a dramatic change within the individual. The spread of religion is an example of redemptive social change. Recovery programs like Alcoholics Anonymous are also examples of this. And they advocate dramatic personal change for a specific portion of the population. So redemptive social change try to cause total change in specific individuals. They try to change the individual's whole way of life. Alcoholics Anonymous is an example of a redemptive social change. It seeks to help an alcoholic to stop drinking, which changes his whole life, and it is one that seeks total personal transformation and is typically religious in nature. So, sabi ang redemptive is religious in nature. Alternative, redemptive. Ang pangatlo is reformative. Reformative social change seeks to enact a specific change on a broad scale. The movement to obtain marriage rights for same-sex couples is an example of reformative social change. This movement seeks a very specific set of changes, but desires these changes on a wide scale. Okay, so reformative social change seeks to change only some specific aspects of how society functions. It seeks to change something specific about the social structure. They may seek a more limited change but are targeted at the entire population. Environmental movements, women's suffrage are example of reformative social change. And ang pang-apat natin is revolutionary social change. It indicates dramatic change on a large scale. Revolutionary movements seek to fundamentally restructure society. Examples of revolutionary social change include the American Civil Rights Movement and the Russian Revolution of the early 20th century. So revolutionary social change seek to completely change every aspect of society. Their goal is to change all of society in a dramatic way. So, my examples din dito, it includes the civil rights movement or the political movement. So, these different movements, social change, are distinguished by how much change they advocate and whether they targeted individuals or the entirety of a society. Okay, now let's proceed to main factors of social change. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and number 7, other factors. So main factors of social change: demographic, biological, cultural, technological, environmental, psychological, and other factors. Okay, I will need your participation here, Erica and Melvin. Let's start with demographic factors. Kindly read, Melvin, demographic factors.
Demographic factors. Demography plays an important role in the process of social change. The term demography has been derived from two Greek words, demos and graphs, meaning the people and to draw or write, respectively, which means scientific study of human population, primarily with respect to their size, structure, and their development. In the study of social change, demographic factors have been viewed from two different angles. They are qualitative and quantitative.
Okay, thank you. So demographic factors, demos and graphs, meaning people and to draw or write. So qualitatively speaking, it refers to physical potentialities, mental abilities, etc. that are determined by genetic order through the hereditary quality of successive generation and play some role in cultural determination. It cannot be ascribed the place of a deterministic cause of social change, but the demographic factor in its quantitative aspect has been playing the most decisive role in causing social change. So that's demographic factors. Okay, kindly read biological factors, Erica.
Biological factors. Accordingly, biological factor plays an important role in the causation of social change. An ordinarily biological factor refers to those which are concerned with the genetic constitution of the human beings. Human beings use animals, birds, plants, and herbs according to the direction of his own culture. At the same time, human beings protect themselves from different harmful elements. If there is increase or decrease of these animals, birds, plants, etc., it will bring a number of changes in human society. Rapid population growth influences.
Okay, that's it. Okay, thank you, Erica. So it says here biological factors. So And the word biology. Biology means life, diba? So animals, birds, plants, and herbs, according to the direction of its own culture, are interconnected with the society. So about sa change ng society. So rapid population growth influences our environment, causes poverty, food shortage, and multiple health problems, and thereby brings changes in society. Migration, you're familiar with it, accelerates the process of urbanization. Urbanization creates multiple problems like slum, quality of health, and lifestyle. Similarly, the nature and quality of human beings in a society influences the rate of social change. So that's it, biological factors. Next, cultural factors. Can you read, Melvin?
Cultural factors. In sociology, the word culture denotes acquired behavior which are shared by transmitted among the members of the society. Man learns his behavior, and behavior which is learned is called culture. Singing, dancing, eating, playing belong to the category of culture. It includes all that man has acquired in the mental and intellectual sphere of his individual and social life. It is the expression of our nature, in our modes of living and thinking, in art, in literature, in recreation, and enjoyment.
Okay, thank you, Melvin. So, cultural factors, culture. So, basa natin dito, singing, dancing, eating, playing, belong to the category of culture. So, the basic elements of culture like language, religion, philosophy, literature, faith, and values will take long time to change due to the influence of another culture. The coexistence of two different cultures for a long period can cause cultural diffusion, leading to changes in both. India, for example, discarded age-long customs like sati and child marriage because of her contact with the Europeans. So, cultural factors about arts, literature. Next, technological factors. Hindi siya nag-proceed. Wait, let me check. Okay, there. Can you read, Erica, technological factors?
Technological factors. The technological factors also play an important role in causing social change. It implies an appropriate organization and systematic application of scientific knowledge to meet the human requirements. Technology is a product of utilization. When the scientific knowledge is applied to the problems of life, it becomes technology. Technology is fast growing. Modern age is the age of technology.
Yes, okay. Wait lang. Wait lang. May kukuha na pa saglit. Okay, sorry for the interruption. So, technological factors. So, technology changes society by changing our environments to which we in turn adapt. So, this change is usually in the material environment, and the adjustment that we make with these changes often modifies customs and social institution initiates a corresponding social change. Developments in the field of transportation and communication reduced the social distance, which gave momentum to cultural diffusion and thereby to social change. So dito sa technological factors, malaki din ang epekto ito sa atin, di ba? Sabi dito, technology is fast growing, and modern age is the age of technology. Technological factors. Next is yung PowerPoint ko. Okay, there you go. Environmental factors. Can you read, Melvin?
Environmental factors. Due to floods, earthquake, excessive rain, drought, change of season, etc., we can find imbalance in population which directly affects the social relationship, and these are modified by such natural occurrences. Variations in the ability of water resources and mineral resources can also affect social change.
Okay, thank you. So environmental factors. So it's due to floods, earthquakes, excessive rain, okay, bagyo, baha, and change of season, etc. So if we think about a person or an individual who's going under the roof of a particular society and he lives among different kinds of people. So the environment of society affects himself as we know that an individual is part of society who brings social change. Thus, environment factors bring social change. Importante sa atin yung environment and it affects our social change. Next, psychological factors. Erica?
Psychological factors. Some writers notice a psychological process in the formation of society and, according to them, human relations based on the considerations of the individual mind and the group mind shape and mold social systems. Therefore, when physical forces like floods, earthquakes, and epidemics are considered as factor causing social change, the importance of psychological factor in that regard cannot be ignored.
Okay, true. So psychological factors, it means the mind. Human relations based on the consideration of the individual mind. So change in attitude of society towards family planning, dowry, caste system, women's education, etc., which brought about the radical changes in society are primarily psychological in nature. So other factors, okay, in addition to above mentioned factors, other elements such as wars, ethnics, tensions, competitions for resources, trade, unionism, banking system, human rights movement, enhanced environmental awareness, etc. have resulted in widespread social variation and modification. So, madami tayong mga factors din, aside from the said factors. Important factors. So, necessity of social change. Okay, parang additional information ito. So, in a rapidly changing world, there is a growing awareness that we are facing fundamental problems. In spite of all the economic growth of the last 40 years, the gap between the richest 1.5 billion and the majority of the world's people is actually growing, with over a billion people in deep poverty and many hundreds of millions more living on the margins. In such an era of an increasingly constrained and divided world, the need for progressive social change is obvious. Indeed, unless we can adapt creatively and compassionately, the prospects for a peaceful and stable world will rapidly fade. So necessity, importante, a necessity of social change. Importance of social change. Next, actually this is the end. Okay, let me just add up a quotes and trivia. According to Mahatma Gandhi, be the change you want to see in the world. And another philosopher, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world, according to Nelson Mandela. So, trivia, Mahatma Gandhi, familiar kayo with Mahatma Gandhi? Oh, nawala si Kwan, Erica. Nawala si Erica. Wala. Melvin, familiar ka kay Mahatma Gandhi?
Yes, ma'am.
Sa tingin mo, sino siya? Anong masasabi mo tungkol sa kanya? Wala si Erica pala. Okay, so si Mahatma Gandhi, he is known as Mahatma or Great Soul. He was an Indian lawyer who led his country to freedom from British colonial rule in 1974. He is most famous for his philosophy of non-violence that has inspired civil rights leaders around the world. And Nelson Mandela, he was the president of South Africa from 1994 to 1999. He was the first Black president of South Africa and the first president to be elected in a fully representative election. And he is considered as a father of modern South Africa. Wait lang ha, may nandi-disturb sa akin ha. Wait lang po. Babalik ako. Sorry again for the interruption. May nanggugulo sa akin eh. Okay. So, may next slide natin. Okay, that's it. Social change. Okay, nasa'yo, ba't nawala si Erica? Nasa'yo yung module mo, Melvin? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's do a recap of our discussion. Okay, first sayang, dalawa sana kayo. So my first question is, what can you say or what is social change in your own words? Sa sarili mong pananaw, what is social change?
Ma'am, mga pagbabago na nangyayari sa lipunan, ganun, ma'am.
Mhm. Okay, very good. Diba? From the word itself, social change, pagbabago sa lipunan. Then, number 2, what are the characteristics of social change? Ano yung 10 characteristics? Okay, nasa yung modules mo. Kindly enumerate. Hello, Melvin?
Ma'am, change is social.
Okay.
Universal.
Okay.
Continuous.
Mhm.
Inevitable.
Okay.
Temporal. Ma'am, yung isa wala. Number 7 agad.
Ganun ba? Ang next one is degree or rate of change is not uniform. Okay, ano yung number 7?
Social change may be planned or unplanned.
Mhm.
Number 8, social change is multi-causal.
Next.
9, social change create chain reaction. 10, prediction is uncertain.
Okay, so far wala namang questions sa mga characteristics ng social change. Nagbigay?
Ma'am, wala po.
Okay. So next, what are the 4 types of social change? Enumerate mo din. Ano yung 4 types of social change?
Alternative, redemptive, reformative, and revolutionary.
Okay, then what are the main factors of social change? Mga factors. Yung una,
Demographic factors, biological factors, cultural factors, technological factors, environmental factors, and psychological factors, and other factors.
okay. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Hindi pa pala ako naka-stop share. So, that's it for the PowerPoint presentation. Stop share ko muna kasi for the activity, may papagawa ko sa inyo, okay? I-share screen ko ulit. Share screen. Oops, nakikita ba? Nakikita naman, Melvin?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, don't worry. Dali lang to activity nyo. Then, isasend ko din ito sa group chat para masagot din ng mga ibang kaklase nyo. Okay, let's proceed to your activity. So for your evaluation, since we cannot meet physically, you can submit it to me online. Familiar ka naman sa Microsoft, ano? Gumagawa ka na ng Microsoft Word, Melvin.
Yes, ma'am, research.
Oh, yeah. Oh, very good. Hindi, madali lang ito sa'yo. So, for your evaluation, test 1 is word search exercise. This is 13 points. Find the word in the box. So, sabi dito, using Microsoft, highlight the text and change the font color into red. Mag-set ako na sample. Okay. May mga nakikita ka ng words, ano? So, magsaset tayo na example.
Yes, ma'am.
Ganitong gawin mo lang, oh. Highlight mo siya, revolutionary. Up, where's revolutionary? Ayun siya, oh. Then, highlight color it red. Para makita ko siya. There you go, ganyan. Kasi gumagawa ka ng research, kaya carry na to. Alam mo na. So, that's test 1. 13 points. Okay, 13 lang siya na ginawa ko 13 lang magkasya. So, test 2, answer the following questions, 5 points each. Number 1, identify all of the technological devices that you use on a daily basis. Diyan sa bahay nyo, ano yung mga technology na ginamit nyo? Marami kang pwedeng masulat dyan. Okay, number 2, if you are going to try to live for a period of time, 1 day or 1 week without the use of certain technological developments, for example, television, the web, microwave, oven, cell phones, or any gadgets, how are the absence of such technology alters or change your behavior and your relationships with others? Siguro may naisip ka na, no? Paano kaya pag walang mga internet, wala yung mga technological items, di ba? Yan, dyan may sulat, dyan may sagot. Then number 3, how technological changes social relationships and society. So, kahit dito ka na mismo magsagot, isa-send ko ito, pwedeng personally, then sa group chat din, isa-send ko, then pag nasagutan nyo na, i-send back nyo na lang din sa akin kasi kino-compile ko siya isasali ko siya sa isa-submit ko sa field study namin participation. So that's it. Deadline is November 16, 2021, Tuesday din. So may 2 Tuesday pa tayo. On or before November 16. So matagal-tagal pa naman. Pero kung magawa nyo na, mas better, di ba? May send mo na sa akin, ganon. Pero kung yung ibang medyo nahirapan pa dito sa Word, pero grade 12 na kayo, alam niyo na to, of course. Pwede, isulat nila ulit, tapos picture nila, make sure na visible lang yung picture. Kasi kung face-to-face sana, ibibigay ko sana sa inyo to na copy, naka-bud paper na siya. Since hindi tayo magkikita, ganito na lang. You can submit it to me online. Is it okay now, Melvin?
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay. Then may sasabihin pa pala ako. So, dito, sa test 1, word search exercise, 13 points siya. Then sa test 2, for the second activity, 5 points each siya. Then tatlo, so means 15. So total of 28. So plus 2 points to those who attend today. So all in all, 30 points. So may plus 2 na kayo ni Erica. So all in all, 30 points. Okay. Share. Paano na yung stop sharing? Okay. So thank you very much, class, for your participation, and to Ma'am Ronica. Parang may nag-message sa akin. Saglit lang, check ko kung si Juan ito. Ay, si Ma'am. Nag-CR pala daw muna si Ma'am Ronica. Excuse lang. Wait lang Ay, ayun na si Ma'am ata. Or ay, wala. Sayang si Juan. Erica, nawala siya. Hindi ko napansin. Oh no, running out of time na tayo. So, kailangan bilisan ko na. So, thank you very much, class, for your participation, and to Ma'am Ronica. Thank you so much, Melvin. So, let me end this through closing prayer. Our merciful, and let's bow down our head first. Merciful, loving Father in heaven, we thank you once again for this day and our Zoom meeting. May all the lessons we tackled this day keep in our hearts and our minds. So all these things we ask in the mighty name of our Savior Jesus Christ. Amen. So, but before that, let me, can you open your cameras first for screenshot? Okay. Oh, dito pa yung pugit ng movie. No? Sige, ikaw. Ay, si Ma'am Ronica. Kung gusto niya mag-open. Sige. Okay, mag-screenshot na tayo. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, thank you, Melvin. Thank you once again and see you next meeting. God bless. Okay, pwede ka nang mag-exit, Melvin. Thank you.
Sige, ma'am. Thank you.
Attend ka. Recording.